everybody. Welcome to the hardscrabble streets of Siena, and welcome to VypeFortBend.com coverage of the second round of the baseball playoffs. The Ridgepoint Panthers taking on the Westside Wolves in Game 1. I'm Roger Smith, glad to have you with us, and momentarily we will bring you the Batter Up Show, where we'll talk to both head coaches, starting with Mike Barrow of the Westside Wolves. This exclusive FortBend.com presentation is brought to you by Xfinity, the future of awesome. By First Tire and Auto, with 4 great locations where you can get the best prices on tires, you can get great service, anything your vehicle needs to run at its very best. All 4 locations open Monday through Saturday. Visit FirstTireandAuto.com. By Archer Volkswagen, open since 1956 and ready to serve you. Archer Volkswagen is on Highway 59 South, just inside the Sam Houston Tollway, right along the feeder. You will feel like family at Archer Volkswagen. And by the Needville Insurance Agency, put hundreds of dollars back in your pocket when Bradley Stavanaugh and the Needville Insurance Agency team shop all those insurance carriers and find the very lowest premium for you. You don't even have to leave your house. Call Bradley Stavanaugh and he'll save you money on your car insurance or your home insurance or both. 979-793-7411 or go to needvilleinsurance.com. This is VypeFortBend.com, your broadcast home for Fort Bend County sports, and we'll be right back with Mike Barrow, head coach of the Westside Wolves. Glad you're with us. Ridgepoint and Westside coming your way at the top of the hour. Welcome, everybody, to the Batter Up Show as we get the series between Westside and Ridgepoint started in the second round of the Class 6A playoffs. And it's time to talk to Mike Barrow of the Westside Wolves. And we've been together in a couple of ballparks, usually at tournament time. This is the first time we've talked before a playoff game. First, let's talk about how your team swept Stratford to get here.
We played hard. Played well. We played hard. We played as a family. It's the first 2 games all year. I felt like we've played together and everything was kind of gelling, and our kids played with passion. You know, that's kind of a rival for us. We butt up to them neighborhood-wise, and I just felt like our kids wanted it a little bit last weekend.
And I know there are a couple of games during the regular season that you really wanted, where I think twice you came within a run of the 2 teams that finished 1-2 in your district. Once you almost caught Bel Air, and once you almost caught Lamar. So what are some of the things that you did in those games to compete so well?
Well, we don't have any overpowering pitching. We've got 5 guys, and they're all about the same. They're 80 to 84, 85 with some run, and they can throw 3 pitches for strikes. And we hit fairly well. Our kind of crutch has been defense all year. We've had an inning just about every game. We didn't have an inning last week, so I feel like that's kind of why we were successful in those 2 games. The Bel Air game, they beat us 4-3, and threw a kid named Albright, very competitive, and Lamar threw Endo, and they beat us 1-0. Our guy threw 66 pitches that night. The guy we're throwing tonight threw 66 pitches against Lamar, and we got beat 1-0. It's unbelievable. But our district's competitive, and it's always fun playing against those guys. And I feel like tonight, if we pitch, play defense, and hit the ball a little bit, we'll be okay.
I saw that score on the Texas High School Baseball.com site, and every 1-0 game has a story. So very, very close. And Ridge Point won its game 3, and they got. By the way, they had to play twice on Saturday. Did you get a chance to come out and scout them?
No, I didn't. We played at 5 on Friday, and then we played at 4 on Saturday. So by the time, if we'd had to go to a game 3, it was brutal, because that 4 o'clock start was bad on Saturday. But I did not get a chance to come out and watch them. I've seen them play a couple times this year. I'm a baseball fan just like anybody else, so I like going and watching good teams play. And Coach Welch's got a great team over there. We got our hands full tonight. So
what do you have to do to get a win over Ridge Point in game 1?
We're gonna have to hit the baseball. I mean, they got. I'm assuming they're probably going to throw the Nichols kid, and he's dirty. He's got some run, and he's very competitive on the inner half of the zone, and he throws a pretty good little slider. And Coach Welch is a good coach. They're going to be ready to roll. There's no overlooking or anything. They're going to be ready to roll, and we're going to, like I said, we're going to have our hands full tonight.
And no matter how the game goes, and no matter how the broadcast goes, no rest for the weary. I got to go home, drink some coffee, and think of some good questions to ask you before game 2, and then before game 3 if it's needed.
Well, yeah, that's man. Hopefully it's 2 and done, but we'll see. They're either way. Game 3s are always tough, but like I said, we got our hands full. They got a lot of arms over there. I mean, we can swing it a little bit, but they got a lot of arms over there. And the Vassos kid's a monster. The Vlasic kid's a monster. The catcher's unbelievable. Like they just got a good. The Stevens kid's unbelievable. They got a really good squad. So.
But that's why they play the game.
That's why they play the game. You're right, 100%. My guys, I mean, we're here, so it ain't like we're rolling over. We're gonna fight them till they get us out 21 times, and we'll see who's standing at the end of that one.
All right, very good. That is Mike Barrow, head coach of the Westside Wolves, on our Batter Up Show. Appreciate your time, Coach. This is VypeFortBend.com. We'll be back with Coach Clinton Welch of Ridge Point when we return on your broadcast home for Fort Bend County Sports.
Department Monday through Saturday from 9 a.m. to 9 p.m. Or bring your car in. Archer Volkswagen showroom is open, and our team's excited to help you. Visit our sales department Monday through Saturday from 9 a.m. to 9 p.m. Or bring your car in for service from 7 a.m. to 7 p.m. Monday through Friday, and Saturdays from 9 a.m. to 2 p.m. We're closed on Sundays to rest and recharge with our families, so we can serve you well through the week. We hope to see you soon.
First Iron Automotive, serving Fort Bend County drivers for over 20 years, salutes and congratulates the graduating class of 2022. Wherever the road takes you, you can be sure that you'll need professional auto care along the way. First Iron Automotive's 4 locations throughout Fort Bend County are the perfect pit stops for all of your auto repair and maintenance needs. Check out the website firstironauto.com for great savings. The First Iron Automotive technicians can fix all problems on any make or model. Make your appointment today at any of the 4 convenient locations in Sugar Land and Cinco Ranch. All 4 stores open on Saturday. FirstIronAuto.com.
Coming in at 5'3", it's #1 mom. She switched to Xfinity and got the all-new 3-for-1 bundle. Unlimited internet, streaming, and Xfinity Mobile. All for what you could pay wireless companies for just one 5G unlimited line. Boom! Shakalaka! That's why they call her the Master of Moolah, the Sultan of Savings, the Queen of Cash. And now, also with Xfinity Internet, you can get unlimited data, Wi-Fi equipment, and a free Flex 4K streaming box included with a 2-year rate guarantee and no term contract. All for just $30 per month when you add an Xfinity mobile plan at regular rates. Go to Xfinity.com/3for1, call 1-800-XFINITY, or visit an Xfinity store today. Limited time offer. Restrictions apply. Requires paperless billing and autopay. New fast internet 300 megabits per second customers only. Xfinity Mobile requires post-pay Xfinity Internet. After 24 months, regular rates apply to all services and devices.
Welcome back to Ridgepoint as the Batter Up Show continues. We're in the second round of the Class 6A playoffs, and the Ridgepoint Panthers are taking on the Westside Wolves. And Coach Clinton Welch is with us, and I wanted to get a little post-mortem on the first series. I know you probably didn't prefer that it go to 3 games, but your team really came through when they were on the brink of elimination. What did you see that you really liked from your team on Saturday?
Well, I mean, the main thing is they battled well, and playoff series are tough. And the Kade district in round 1 is extremely tough, so we were not anticipating it necessarily being a 2-game sweep, so we're very fortunate to get out of there with the win and ready to move on.
Now, I know you had to be happy with the way that Jack McKernan and also Kellen Gradisar threw complete games for you, so you don't have a pitching staff that had to wait till the middle of the week till they were feeling like their arm was fresh. And who are you going to go with on the mound first this evening?
Hunter Nichols will throw tonight.
Well, Hunter, I know most of the time he's very good about getting ahead in the counts and throwing a lot of strikes. And at Seven Lakes, he didn't pitch badly except for getting behind in the count. That was my observation. What can you do when he knows he needs to throw strikes? What can you do to help him throw more of them?
Oh, he'll be fine. I mean, it doesn't matter who you are. It doesn't matter if you're a high school kid, a college kid, or a pro pitcher. You're going to have days where you just don't have your sharp command. But he battled well, just kept the score down. We just didn't swing the bats.
By the way, speaking of swinging the bats, you put a guy into the lineup on Saturday for both games 2 and 3 who had, as far as I know, no varsity experience in Will Baker, a little brother of Jack. And what can you say about his performance?
Well, that's correct. We brought him up from JV, so those were his first varsity games, and he did a good job, got a couple of hits.
And another thing, I really am impressed over the years. I've seen you insert someone into the lineup at times that I have not even heard of, like a Preston Stazeski. And, you know, he instantly became a fixture. I don't know that that's necessarily going to be true for Will, but I don't know how you do it because a lot of coaches are reluctant to do that.
No, we just trying to win each game. So we'll do whatever we think's best that night.
All right. Well, I hope you don't get tired of me. I'm going to be with you for every game of this series and hopefully more games next week.
Well, good. Let's hope we're seeing you for about 4 more weeks, Roger.
That sounds fine. That is Clinton Welch, head coach of the Ridgepoint Panthers, and that'll do it for the Batter Up Show. We'll be back with the starting lineups from the hard-scrabble streets of Siena, where Ridgepoint is trying to advance through the area round and get to the 3rd round, which I believe you would call the regional quarterfinals. And the winner of this series between Westside and Ridgepoint is going to get either Lamar or Tompkins in the next round. We'll be back on VypeFortBend.com. Glad you're with us.
Hello fans, this is Bradley Stavanaugh with Needville Insurance. We know Fort Bend County. I'm a 4th generation resident of Fort Bend. I'm your local, hometown, trusted agent. With over 30 carriers and 9 auto insurance carriers, we shop the insurance for you. We know insurance is hard. We know it's complicated. We make it easy for you. We have Spanish speakers here available for you. Call us at 979-793-7411 or NeedvilleInsurance.com. Once again, call us 979-793-7411.
I'll never forget the day I decided to go out for the football team. Mr. Banks, the JV football coach and my history teacher, asked me to stay after class. I thought I was in trouble. He said, "Hey, Darius, have you thought about going out for football? I think you'd be great." Fact is, I never played football. Fact is, I never had anyone tell me I'd be great at something. So, with no experience at all, I signed up. And a week later, I padded up and was running drills on the field. I never was great, But playing high school sports was one of the greatest experiences of my life. I was accepted by my teammates, and I learned that when someone believes in you, you can believe in yourself.
Encourage a student you know to take part in a high school sport. This message presented by the UIL and the Texas High School Athletic Directors Association.
Archer Volkswagen showroom is open, and our team's excited to help you. Visit our sales department Monday through Saturday from 9 a.m. to 9 p.m. Or bring your car in for service from 7 a.m. to 7 p.m. Monday through Friday, and Saturdays from 9 a.m. to 2 p.m. We're closed on Sundays to rest and recharge with our families, so we can serve you well through the week. We hope to see you soon.
Okay, we are just about ready to rock from the ball field at Ridgepoint High School in Missouri City, Texas. And on the mound, it is the right-hander Hunter Nichols, and he got the start in Game 1 against Seven Lakes, a game that the Panthers lost 5-0. But it turned out okay because they were really clutch and came back and won Games 2 and 3 on Saturday. So here is the starting lineup for the Westside Wolves, the lineup that Hunter Nichols will be facing.
Number 10,
Cameron Farley leads off and plays second base. Michael Fisk is in center field. Peter Smith is the catcher for Westside and bats third. Batting in the cleanup spot, it is Kade Langford, the shortstop. In left field, it is Ike Rodriguez. He's batting in the 5 spot. Batting sixth, it's the third baseman, Gabriel Rodriguez. Cooper Langford bats seventh and plays first base for Westside. Nathan Rangel is their starting pitcher, hitting for himself in the 8th place. And the 9th place hitter is Brett Plank. He is the DH, and Plank is batting in place of the right fielder, Trace Mobley. For Ridgepoint, Zion Stevens at second base leads off, then Parker Martin at third bats second. Justin Vossas, the shortstop, bats third. Travis Vlasic bats cleanup and plays first base. J.J. Kennett at catcher. He's in the 5 spot, batting sixth. It's Carter Groen in left field. Owen Ferris in right field bats seventh. Will Baker, the DH, bats in place of Hunter Nichols in the 8th spot. And Blaine Ryan gets the start in center field. And it is Mason Dossett still unable to play after running into the fence in Game 1 of that first series. First pitch swinging by Cameron Farley, and it fouls it out of play on the left side. Farley, a left-handed hitter against the right-hander and a senior, Hunter Nichols. Nichols winds and brings it. Farley looks at a curveball that's just below the zone, and it's ball 2. Correction, 1-1. Sorry about that. Michael Fisk and Peter Smith to follow. Next pitch, fly ball towards center field. Blaine Ryan backs up to his left, now to his right. Makes the catch with one hand, and no problem. There's one out. There are a lot of flying insects around here, and by the way, if I sound all
number 12, Michael Fisk.
all panicky at some point, it's probably because I'm being stung on the neck or something like that. So if I let out a yell that'll curl your hair, then just don't worry. I'll be fine. Okay, Michael Fisk, the center fielder and a right-handed hitter. Hunter Nichols brings the first one down and away for a ball. By the way, the umpires tonight, we've got James Pratt at the home plate position. Over on the first base side, it's Andrew Pena and Lenny Amaya on the left side. And that crew will work this entire series. Nichols brings the 1-0 to Fisk. Downstairs for a ball. Very sunny field early on. And the sun will sink behind the first base dugout, so it's a problem for those on the left side of the fielding positions. There's a strike at the knees, and the count is 2-1 as Hunter Nichols works to Michael Fisk. Nichols got the game start, and he lost Game 1 against Seven Lakes. There's a pitch that just misses the outside corner, and it's 3-1. In 5 1/3 innings in that first playoff game, Hunter threw 97 pitches, 51% for strikes. His percent is usually much higher than that. There's a ground ball to Vossas at short. Gobbles it up and drops it before he makes the throw. So E6, and that results in Michael Fisk getting on. Now, when Vasas first had the ball come into his glove, it kind of squirted out just a bit. But it looked like he had a grip on it and was ready to fire, but it just dropped before he was able to release it. Now it's Peter Smith, the catcher. A lot of people yelling at Peter. Not for Peter, but at Peter. Curveball, strike at the belt. So I would like to be able to tell you a few things numerically about Westside, but I don't have any such information except, wins and losses, and I'll share what I have with you. The 0-1 will have to wait, and they pick off Fisk. Hunter Nichols threw quickly to Travis Vlasic at first base, and they erase the runner who got on via the error. Pretty simple. The 1-3 pickoff for out number 2. And now Peter Smith standing in the box with an 0-1 count. Has to feel a little discouraged. There's a pitch on the outside corner, called strike. Hunter looking at it as catcher Kennett sets up outside, now moves back inside, now back to the outside. Here's the pitch. Just missed away, and Kennett points at Nichols as if to say, that's exactly where I wanted you to throw it. Trying to get Peter Smith to chase after it. Nothing doing. Here's the 1-2. And it's a fly ball to short center field. Stevens is out, and Ryan is in. Ryan makes the catch. So Hunter Nichols only allows one man to reach, but that was on an error. So he faces the minimum, and Westside does not score. We'll be back with the bottom half of inning number 1. Your Ridgepoint Panthers coming to bat.
Coming in at 5'3", it's number 1 mom. She switched to Xfinity and got the all-new 3-for-1 bundle. Unlimited internet, streaming, and Xfinity Mobile. All for what you could pay wireless companies for just one 5G unlimited line. Boom! Shakalaka! That's why they call her the Master of Moolah, the Sultan of Savings, the Queen of Cash. And now, also with Xfinity Internet, you can get unlimited data, Wi-Fi equipment, and a free Flex 4K streaming box included with a 2-year rate guarantee and no term contract. All for just $30 per month when you add an Xfinity mobile plan at regular rates. Go to Xfinity.com/3-for-1, call 1-800-XFINITY, or visit an Xfinity store today. Limited time offer. Restrictions apply. Requires paperless billing and autopay. New fast internet 300 megabits per second customers only. Xfinity Mobile requires post-pay Xfinity Internet. After 24 months, regular rates apply to all services and devices.
Hello fans, this is Bradley Stavanaugh with Needville Insurance. We know Fort Bend County. I'm a 4th generation resident of Fort Bend. I'm your local, hometown, trusted agent. With over 30 carriers and 9 auto insurance carriers, we shop the insurance for you. We know insurance is hard. We know it's complicated. We make it easy for you. We have Spanish speakers here available for you. Call us at 979-793-7411 or needvilleinsurance.com. Once again, call us 979-793-7411.
All right, Ridgepoint goes out there with the bats to see what they can do to get ahead early. They did not get ahead early in the first series in Game 1 against Seven Lakes. Did not get on the board at all. Ridgepoint rarely gets shut out, but they dropped that one 5-0. But after winning Games 2 and 3, facing elimination, they kind of seem like a new team to me. You know, like they got a B12 shot or something. Zion Stevens will lead it off. Stevens 1 for 6 in the playoffs thus far. He has scored a run and walked 3 times. So his on-base percentage a pretty healthy .444.
First for Ridgepoint, second baseman number 1, Zion Stevens.
So Zion Stevens, Zion as in lion. His name sounds like heaven, and he'll try to get on to lead off the offensive part of the game for the Ridgepoint Panthers. Righty versus righty, and it's Nathan Ronhell dealing for Westside in the first pitch. Down and away for a ball. Westside wearing the white pants and the royal blue tops with black letters and numerals outlined in white, and the black caps with the big W. Curveball does not break down, and it's high for ball 2. Stevens looks down at head coach Clinton Welch, who is squinting into the sun. A brilliant sun that's shining at those in left field, center field, also third base and shortstop, and a pitch is low for a ball. It's 3-0, and the Ridge Point players in comfortable shade in their dugout are really letting Nathan Ronkel know just how badly they sarcastically want him to throw a strike. Here's the 3-0. Curveball catches the letters. Strike 1 to Zion Stevens. Really comfortable in the leadoff role. He's been a fixture there pretty much all season. Well, I guess I should say all of the district season. And Stevens steps out before Ronkel can bring us the 3-1 pitch. The Westside Wolves didn't get here the usual way. Here's the 3-1. Ground ball to second base. It is Farley who's up with it and throws over to first in time. And Westside retires the first Ridge Point hitter. So most of the time teams bus to the game, but Westside didn't. They got in small groups and they truck pooled and carpooled to get to the game. And here is Parker Martin, who has played his way into the starting lineup. Left-handed hitting third baseman today. Crowds the plate from the left-handed box. Ronkel brings the first one. First pitch swinging, sliced out of play on the left. Parker is 2 for 8 in his playoff plate appearances. I might not be a smart man, but I believe that's batting .250. Feels great here at Ridge Point, and let's check on the temperature when we can. Pitch to Martin, way outside, and it's 1-1. It's 90 degrees in Round Rock, but we're not there yet. It's 86 in Missouri City. The 1-1 to Parker Martin. Hits it high in the air, short left field, twisting near the line. Long run for a couple of fielders, and a catch made by their left fielder, Ike Rodriguez. Magnificent catch. And he's able to stop and pick up the cap of his shortstop, Kade Langford, whom he beat to the ball.
Shortstop number 8, Justin Vaso.
And it was in foul territory, so that's a foul pop-up to position number 7 for out number 2. And now Justin Vasas, who's been tearing it up in the postseason, 5 for 10 with a double, a triple, 3 RBIs. And he even put down a sacrifice bunt. Here's the first pitch to him. Breaking ball, catches the inside corner. Don't miss the UIL Baseball State Championship starting Wednesday, June 8th at UFCU Disch-Falk Field in Austin. Also Dell Diamond in Round Rock. Ticket information and more can be found at uiltexas.org. Vasas hammers it to deep left field, but right there is Ike Rodriguez. Justin gave it a ride, but it's a 1-2-3 inning for Nathan Ronkel. We'll be back.
Archer Volkswagen showroom is open, and our team's excited to help you. Visit our sales department Monday through Saturday from 9 a.m. to 9 p.m. Or bring your car in for service from 7 a.m. to 7 p.m. Monday through Friday, and Saturdays from 9 a.m. to 2 p.m. We're closed on Sundays to rest and recharge with our families, so we can serve you well through the week. We hope to see you soon.
First Tire and Automotive, serving Fort Bend County drivers for over 20 years, salutes and congratulates the graduating class of 2022. Wherever the road takes you, you can be sure that you'll need professional auto care along the way. First Tire and Automotive's 4 locations throughout Fort Bend County are the perfect pit stops for all of your auto repair and maintenance needs. Check out the website firsttireandauto.com for great savings. The First Tire and Automotive technicians can fix all problems on any make or model. Make your appointment today at any of the 4 convenient locations in Sugar Land and Cinco Ranch. All 4 stores open on Saturday. FirstTireandAuto.com.
So in the latest Diamond Pro TexasHighSchoolBaseball.com poll, Rockwall Heath is number 1 in the state. Tompkins is ranked number 2. Of course, this is a poll that came out May 2nd, the last regular season poll. Lake Travis is 3rd, Coppell is 4th, and your Ridge Point Panthers at 27-3 are 5th in the state. Hunter Nichols delivers a curveball to start it off against Kade Langford. He's the shortstop for Westside. They play him fairly straight away in the outfield and kind of shallow. That second pitch is a changeup, and it's a bit high. 2-0. Cade's brother Cooper is on the team, but not in the starting lineup for Westside. Here's a strike right down the middle at the knees. Nichols nods at his catcher, J.J. Kennett, and brings it. That's a strike, mid-thigh. And it looked like a fastball, so I'm kind of surprised that Langford didn't go after it. Nichols brings it. Just missed the outside corner. He was trying to nibble at the corners, maybe get a chase, but that brings the count to 3-2. As Kade Langford leads off in the top of the second. No score between Ridge Point and Westside. There's a ground ball, 2-hopper to Parker Martin at 3rd. Strong throw across to Travis Vlasic, and there's 1 out. By the way, I noticed something right after Vlasic, the first baseman, got the ball to throw it around. He threw it to shortstop Justin Vossas, who kind of leaned back like he was afraid for maybe a split second that he might get hit in the face with the ball. So that sun is a problem and will be for a few more minutes. Now Ike Rodriguez. First pitch is taken for a strike on the outside corner. Rodriguez with 2 nice defensive plays in the bottom half of the first. Bare-handed batter swings at a curveball. Vossas, convenient hop, and throws across to Vlasic in time. That ball was a worm burner until it got about, I'd say, 30 feet away from Justin, then it hopped up very nicely.
2, Gabriel Rodriguez.
Now Gabriel Rodriguez. Now I know that Cooper and Kade Langford are brothers. I'm not certain that Ike and Gabriel are brothers. But Gabriel is the 3rd baseman for the Westside Wolves, and Hunter Nichols brings him the first pitch down and away for a ball. So Westside is 18-6A's 3rd seed behind Bel Air and Lamar. They're 20-11 coming into this game. Here's the 1-0. Down and away again, 2-0. So Westside swept Stratford 11-7 and 6-2. In district play, their only losses were to Bel Air and Lamar. Here's the 2-0. There's a strike on the outside corner. So Westside didn't get crushed by Bel Air and Lamar every time. They came within 1 run of beating those teams, or tying those teams twice. Or I guess I should say of sending it to extra innings. The 2-1 pitch caught the outside corner. It's now 2-2. Here comes the next one. Swing and a miss. I think it was a foul tip. I don't know that it was called as such, but it doesn't matter. It's a strikeout for Hunter Nichols, his first, and it's a 1-2-3 inning for the Westside Wolves. Well, for the Ridge Point Panthers against the Westside Wolves. We'll be back.
Coming in at 5'3", it's number 1 mom. She switched to Xfinity and got the all-new 3-for-1 bundle. Unlimited internet, streaming, and Xfinity Mobile. All for what you could pay wireless companies for just one 5G unlimited line. Boom! Shakalaka! That's why they call her the Master of Moolah, the Sultan of Savings, the Queen of Cash. And now, also with Xfinity Internet, you can get unlimited data, Wi-Fi equipment, and a free Flex 4K streaming box included with a 2-year rate guarantee and no term contract. All for just $30 per month when you add an Xfinity mobile plan at regular rates. Go to Xfinity.com/3for1, call 1-800-XFINITY, or visit an Xfinity store today. Limited time offer. Restrictions apply. Requires paperless billing and autopay. New fast internet 300 megabits per second customers only. Xfinity Mobile requires post-pay Xfinity Internet. After 24 months, regular rates apply to all services and devices.
A game without a crowd is just a scrimmage. A performance without an audience is just a rehearsal. Without your presence, high school sports and the performing arts aren't possible. Ensure that these essential extracurricular activities continue to enrich the lives of students in Texas. Purchase a ticket to your local high school's game or performance.
This message presented by the UIL and the Texas High School Athletic Directors Association.
Don't miss the UIL Baseball State Championship starting June 8th, and as soon as I start reading that thing, there's a long fly ball to left field and another great catch by Ike Rodriguez. Oh my goodness, he streaked toward the foul pole. He didn't, go headlong, but he did have to jump to get it. He's made 3 great putouts in this game. Maybe Ridgepoint needs to stop hitting it to left field. Okay, I do have to read that promo. It's, mandatory per the UIL. So maybe someone will have to run a long way for a ball in foul territory and won't catch up to it. J.J. Kennett, 1 for 8 in the playoffs with an RBI. Ridgepoint catcher facing Ron righty to righty. Here it comes. And a first pitch swinging base hit in left field. J.J. Kennett is on. Don't miss the UIL Baseball State Championship starting Wednesday, June 8th at UFCU Disch-Falk Field in Austin and Dell Diamond in Round Rock. Ticket information and more can be found at uiltexas.org. I hope that information is useful and needed. All right, so we talked during the first round series against Seven Lakes about the mustaches that
now batting left
some of the lads are growing.
Number 17, Carter Groen.
And Coach Welch, dead serious, said that he wasn't aware anyone was trying to grow a mustache. Now Carter Groen, 2 for 9 thus far in the postseason with a double. Powerful right-handed hitter. And we got a courtesy runner over at first. Curveball, and that is hammered deep down the left field line. It's got home run distance, but it's foul. And not even Ike Rodriguez could catch that one. So I was busy reading the mandatory UIL spot, and I didn't catch who was the courtesy runner over there. It might be Quinn Pfeiffer, but I'm not sure. All right. Throw over. And diving back in. I need that guy to turn around, turn his back to me. Okay. Groen ready. Here's the 0-1. And it's off his fists and foul on the right. It'll be out of play. I guess if there's anybody whose mustache looks pretty decent at this point, it's Carter Groen. Rangel from the set, quick pitch. Pitch is high for a ball. There goes the base runner, stolen base. Safe at second is, drum roll please, Stratton. Yeah, Stratton, somebody whose name I've never called. What's Stratton's first name? Oh, okay. Well, I'll try to find out. I'll ask the people in the press box. All right, so it's now 1-2 on Groen. I thought the pitch was high, but it's now 1-2. Breaking ball Hit hard toward the shortstop. Langford looks a runner back, throws out Groen. Now and over to third base goes Stratton, and he's safe. The ball arrives in time, but the third baseman could not catch it cleanly. That is Gabriel Rodriguez. So Ridge Point has 2 outs.
Right fielder, number 2.
In the bottom of the second.
Owen
But they do have a runner to second base. I got to find out what Stratton's first name is. So Stratton is at third base, and stepping in is Ferris. First pitch to Owen Ferris, breaking ball. He was expecting a fastball, swung, and it was beyond the end of the bat. Nice action by the pitcher Rangel, and his coach Mike Barrow says that he and the rest of the pitchers are kind of the same. They don't overpower you with speed. And there is a line drive speared by the third baseman, Gabe Rodriguez. Great defense thus far for Westside, and it's the reason we are in a scoreless tie after 2 full innings on VypeFortBend.com.
Coming in at 5'3", it's number 1 mom. She switched to Xfinity and got the all-new 3-for-1 bundle. Unlimited internet, streaming, and Xfinity Mobile. All for what you could pay wireless companies for just one 5G unlimited line. Boom! Shakalaka! That's why they call her the Master of Moolah, the Sultan of Savings, the Queen of Cash. And now, also with Xfinity Internet, you can get unlimited data, Wi-Fi equipment, and a free Flex 4K streaming box included with a 2-year rate guarantee and no term contract. All for just $30 per month when you add an Xfinity mobile plan at regular rates. Go to Xfinity.com/3-for-1, call 1-800-XFINITY, or visit an Xfinity store today. Limited time offer. Restrictions apply. Requires paperless billing and autopay. New fast internet 300 megabits per second customers only. Xfinity Mobile requires post-pay Xfinity Internet. After 24 months, regular rates apply to all services and devices.
Leading off the top of the third for Westside, first baseman number 22, Cooper Langford.
Cooper Langford, you know, I mistakenly said he wasn't in the lineup. He is. Cooper and Kade Langford. Cooper is the first baseman and leads off in the top of the third. Hunter Nichols brings it. Strike right down the middle. 0-1. Here comes the 0-1. Breaking ball just missed the outside corner. And it's 1-1. Shadows are creeping across the first base line. Here comes the 1-1. And it bounces in. We'll have these same 2 teams tomorrow night from Stratford High School in Game 2. Here comes the 2-1, missing away, and it's 3-1. The Siena natives are getting a little restless. Here's the 3-1, down and away, and a walk to lead off the third. And now Nathan Rangel, the pitcher. Hold on a second.
Pitcher, number 35, Nathan Rangel.
Okay, Colette Mihalis, a team mom, says that she thinks Mr. Stratton's first name is Luke. All right, first pitch to Rangel, squares to bunt, pitch is high. Kennett throws down to first base, but easily diving back in is Cooper Langford. Now, if this series goes to a third game at noon on Saturday, of course we'll have that. But we have contingency if it doesn't. The 1-0 bunted into the air off the backstop on the right. One and one on Nathan Rangel in a scoreless game, top of the third. Nichols comes set, Brings it. It is bunted between the mound and first and picked up by Nichols. Underhands it to Vlasic. The sacrifice bunt executed perfectly. There's one out, and Cooper Langford moves to second for Westside.
Designated hitter, number 17, Brett Plank.
Now, Brett Plank, P-L-A-N-C-K, so he's no relation to Doug Plank, who used to play safety for the 85 Bears. Left-handed DH, batting in place of right fielder Trace Mobley. Nichols looks back at second, and Langford walks back to the base. Slightly open stance from the left-handed box. Plank is ready. Takes the first pitch down and away. Ball one. So Westside beat their district opponents other than Bel Air and Lamar by an average of 13 runs to 1.3. They beat up on everybody and played the two top-tier teams in their district very close. Here's the 1-0. Off the end of the bat, fouled out of play to the left. And we have a perfectly pristine blue, cloudless sky. The lights are on, and the shadows are creeping onto the infield grass. We got a perfect night for baseball. We've got a little bit of wind, but you can barely feel it. I don't think it's going to affect anything. Plank bats barehanded. Here comes the 1-1, swings and misses. It's 1-2. Looked like Nichols took a little something off of that one. Nichols shakes off a sign from Kinnett. Gets the one he wants. Here comes the 1-2. And that is lined into foul ground beyond third base and harmlessly falls to earth. Still 1-2. Ridgepoint beat Brazoswood 6-1, and Brazoswood beat Westside. They do have, I think, 3 common opponents. Brazoswood beat Westside 6-5. Ridgepoint beat Katy Taylor 3-1 on February 25th, but Taylor beat Westside during the tournament play portion of the season. Nichols brings the 1-2. That's a high pop up on the left side. Parker Martin into foul ground, moving over. He's got it with 2 hands, and that's the second out. Now to the top, and Cameron
Second
Farley.
Baseman, Cameron Farley.
Cooper Langford still out there at second base. He led off the inning with a walk and got moved over on a sacrifice bunt, but hasn't advanced beyond that. And now Nichols will work again on Farley, who flied out to center field his first time. The first pitch down and in for a ball. Just missed the toenails of Cameron Farley. Nichols looks back at Langford. Brings it to Farley. Check swing, and it's fouled out of play. 1-1 the count. So if there is no game 3 between these two teams on Saturday, we'll have game 2 of the softball series between Foster and Santa Fe. That will be the center of the high school softball universe. The 1-1 just low with the curveball, and it's 2-1. Nichols gets the sign he wants, spits, ready to bring the 2-1. Here it comes. And that is roped toward right field, but Owen Fair is right there, and that's out number 3. So the Westside Wolves get no runs on no hits.
Again, we are pleased to
they
welcome
get a
you
run
tonight to
on,
Ridgepoint High School.
a runner on with the walk.
Is one of the primary purposes of educational
But they
athletics.
strand Langford, and we'll
Our
go to the bottom of the
student
third.
athletes
Still
recognize the
scoreless,
judgment
Ridgepoint
calls
and
by
Westside.
officials, coaches, and themselves are made.
First Tire and Automotive, serving Fort Bend County drivers for over 20 years, salutes and congratulates the graduating class of 2022. Wherever the road takes you, you can be sure that you'll need professional auto care along the way. First Tire and Automotive's 4 locations throughout Fort Bend County are the perfect pit stops for all of your auto repair and maintenance needs. Check out the website firsttireandauto.com for great savings. The First Tire and Automotive technicians can fix all problems on any make or model. Make your appointment today at any of the 4 convenient locations in Sugar Land and Cinco Ranch. All 4 stores open on Saturday. FirstTireandAuto.com.
Archer Volkswagen showroom is open, and our team's excited to help you. Visit our sales department Monday through Saturday from 9 a.m. to 9 p.m. Or bring your car in for service from 7 a.m. to 7 p.m. Monday through Friday, and Saturdays from 9 a.m. to 2 p.m. We're closed on Sundays to rest and recharge with our families, so we can serve you well through the week. We hope to see you soon.
Leading off the bottom of the third for Ridgepoint, designated hitter number 26, Will Baker.
All right, Will Baker leads off. Takes a strike on the first pitch from Ronquel. Left-handed hitting Will Baker had only junior varsity and other sub-varsity experience when he went into the batting lineup for Game 2 on Saturday, and he was outstanding. He fouls one away. The count is now 0-2. Will Baker 2-for-4. He scored a run and drove in a run to help Ridgepoint prevail twice on Saturday and move into this second round. He's the DH batting for Hunter Nichols. Lefty against righty, meaning Will Baker is the lefty and Ron Hale is the righty, and he fouls another one back. It's still 0-2. We'll set the Westside defense momentarily. Baker digs back in, and now Ron Hale steps off. His catcher is Peter Smith, Cooper Langford at first base, Farley at second, Kade Langford at shortstop, Gabe Rodriguez at third base. The outfielders in a moment. Here comes the 0-2. Baker fights it off again. Still 0-2 as he fouls it backhand to the left. In the outfield, Ike Rodriguez. He's been a star in this game already. In center field, it is Fisk and Trace Mobley in right field. Here's the 0-2. That is a ground ball hit the other way to Kade Langford at shortstop. Up with it clean and throws out Will Baker by a step and a half. Rangel pitching very well thus far, and his fielders are doing just fine behind him.
Center fielder, number 9, Blaine Ryan.
Now Blaine Ryan, who is really a speed merchant. In the playoffs, he has scored a run. He's put down a perfect sacrifice bunt. And when he has gotten an opportunity to steal bases, he's 1 for 1. The shadows are creeping out to where they are on the edge of the pitcher's mound. Ron Hale brings the first one to Ryan, and he fouls it straight back. By the way, if there's a Game 3 in the series between Foster and LaPorte, we'll have that for you on Saturday night starting at 7 or 8. I can't remember which. That is smoked towards center field. Back goes Fisk, and it's over his head. Ryan is going to run to second base. He's going to keep going to third. Here is the relay. It is a high throw. He slides in. He's out. Oh my goodness, what a remarkable relay throw. Kade Langford took the throw from Fisk and sent it on to Gabe Rodriguez, and the tag is applied. And that is a situation I'm really not sure if Coach Welch wanted him to keep going, but Ryan certainly didn't hesitate. So give him a double but he is out. And again, it went
second baseman Zion Stevens.
8-6 to 5. And they're going nuts on the Westside side, and you can't blame them. They're screaming so loud it's made the scoreboard freak out. It looks like it's written in Russian. Hopefully it'll recover. 2 outs, base is empty, and back to the top of the order, Zion Stevens. And we'll see how Ridgepoint does the second time through the order. First pitch, breaking ball in there for a strike. Fisk to Kade Langford to Gabe Rodriguez. Westside is playing some superb defense thus far in game 1. Here comes the 0-1. Stevens watches it go down and away. In the batter up show, Mike Barrow said that he thinks they really need to hit the baseball to win this game. Well, they're catching the baseball like their lives depend on it. Swing and a miss at the high heat. 1-2 on Zion Stevens. Ronhell takes a deep breath, nods at his catcher, Peter Smith, but now Stevens got tired of waiting and steps out. No score between Ridgepoint and Westside. Breaking ball, it's a chopper over the mound. Rangel got a glove on it, then it goes to Langford, the shortstop, and he throws out Stevens. My goodness, everything going right for the Westside Wolves. And that one went 1-6-3 as it went off of Rangel's glove right to his shortstop. And it's basically a 3-up and 3-down inning, except Ryan hit a double before he was thrown out trying to stretch it to a triple. Still scoreless. We'll be back.
I see why you think you belong with me.
First Tire Automotive, serving Fort Bend County drivers for over 20 years, salutes and congratulates the graduating class of 2022. Wherever the road takes you, you can be sure that you'll need professional auto care along the way. First Tire Automotive's 4 locations throughout Fort Bend County are the perfect pit stops for all of your auto repair and maintenance needs. Check out the website firsttireandauto.com for great savings. The First Tire Automotive technicians can fix all problems on any make or model. Make your appointment today at any of the 4 convenient locations in Sugar Land and Cinco Ranch. All 4 stores open on Saturday. FirstTireAndAuto.com.
Archer Volkswagen showroom is open, and our team's excited to help you. Visit our sales department Monday through Saturday from 9 a.m. to 9 p.m. Or bring your car in for service from 7 a.m. to 7 p.m. Monday through Friday, and Saturdays from 9 a.m. to 2 p.m. We're closed on Sundays to rest and recharge with our families, so we can serve you well through the week. We hope to see you soon.
Michael Fisk leads off for Westside, and no one would call him Pudge Fisk. He is very tall and slender. After him, Peter Smith and Kade Langford. Hunter Nichols breaking ball to start the plate appearance, and it misses high for a ball. Great defense thus far from Westside has kept this game scoreless. Nichols brings it down and away, 2-0. So there was one other common opponent I did not mention to you. Here's the 2-0 from Nichols, down and away, and he falls behind 3-0 on Michael Fisk. The 3-0, he squares to bunt, leaves it alone, takes it for a strike. Straight Jesuit beat both Ridgepoint and Westside, and Straight Jesuit's still alive in the playoffs. So either one of these teams, if they keep winning, might meet Straight Jesuit. The 3-1 pitch is low, and the walk, the second of the game for Nichols, leads off the 4th inning.
Catcher Peter Smith.
Now Peter Smith. And the Shadows are getting, I'd say, about half of the infield grass right now. Fisk taking a conservative lead and a throw over. But he dives back in very quickly, and no tag was even applied. Nichols looking over there. The sun's still in his eyes, at least for now. Bunt attempt. It is to the left of the mound. Kennett picks it up, throws to first in time. Sacrifice bunt works. Fisk moves to second. Smith is out. 2-3.
Shortstop, Kade Langford.
Now here's Kade Langford. The shortstop made a really nice play to end the bottom of the third. Got a bunch of little leaguers here tonight. It's awesome. The next generation. Langford ready. First pitch, breaking ball, caught the inside corner. One of those pitches that you wouldn't blame him for kind of giving up on it and thinking it's not going to be in the strike zone, but it broke right back in. 0-1. Wind starting to pick up a little bit. The 0-1 will have to wait. Another look back at second. And Michael Fisk moves back to the bag. Nobody holding Fisk on at the moment. Pitch to Langford. Breaking ball in there. Strike two. Crowd already getting into it. We've got a scoreless game, and I think a lot of folks from Ridge Point were thinking it wouldn't be scoreless after 3. The 0-2 to Langford, swings and misses. Nasty curveball, and the end of his bat had about 4 inches between the end of that bat and the actual ball. 4 inches of daylight.
Left fielder, Ike Rodriguez.
Big strikeout for Nichols, second out. Michael Fisk still at second. That's the second strikeout. And the first pitch swinging, it's a 2-hopper to Vasas right in front of second base. And he throws out Ike Rodriguez. So a little bit of trouble with the leadoff walk, but it doesn't blossom into anything. And after 3.5, it's no score between Ridge Point and
Houston
Westside.
Grass Company and Bridget Emanuel with State Farm. Thank you for your support of Ridge Point Athletics.
Coming in at 5'3", it's #1 mom. She switched to Xfinity and got the all-new 3-for-1 bundle. Unlimited internet, streaming, and Xfinity Mobile. All for what you could pay wireless companies for just one 5G unlimited line. Boom! Shakalaka! That's why they call her the Master of Moolah, the Sultan of Savings, the Queen of Cash. And now, also with Xfinity Internet, you can get unlimited data, Wi-Fi equipment, and a free Flex 4K streaming box included with a 2-year rate guarantee and no term contract. All for just $30 per month when you add an Xfinity mobile plan at regular rates. Go to Xfinity.com/3-for-1, call 1-800-XFINITY, or visit an Xfinity store today. Limited time offer. Restrictions apply. Requires paperless billing and autopay. New fast internet 300 megabits per second customers only. Xfinity Mobile requires post-pay Xfinity Internet. After 24 months, regular rates apply.
All right, twilight is falling on
Leading
the
off
Ridge
the
Point
bottom
campus.
of the 4th for Ridge Point, third baseman Parker Martin.
We're in the bottom of the 4th, and no one has scored. Parker Martin leads it off for the Panthers. Left-handed hitter, hit a foul pop-up to the left fielder, Ike Rodriguez, his first time. First pitch is down and in for a ball. Here's the pitch, and that is lined towards center field and down for a hit. Over to get it is Fisk. He'll get it back in, and a single by Parker Martin to lead things off for Ridge Point in the 4th. I think you could tell by the sound he got that one good.
Shortstop, Justin Vaso.
Now Justin Vasas made a bid for extra bases. If there was a warning track here at Ridge Point, he would have driven Ike Rodriguez back to that warning track, but Rodriguez made a fine
Running
catch.
at first base for Ridge Point, number 3, Tyler Martin.
Now Tyler Martin running for Parker Martin at first base. Isn't that sweet? There's something about siblings on the same team. It's very touching to me. I would never have wanted to play on a team with my brother who was 3 years older than me, though, and I'm glad I never had to. I was the bat boy once for his team. Vasas looks at a curveball, down and away. Vasas is 5 for 11 in the postseason. Ron Hale is looking over there at Tyler Martin, who takes his lead. And there's a throw over to his first baseman, Cooper Langford. No tag applied. But Tyler's going to have to apply shout or some other kind of stain remover to his uniform after the game. Only after one dive back into the bag. Ron Hale taking forever. Now Vasas gets tired of waiting and asks for time. Vasas bound for Texas A&M. He will be missed here at Ridge Point, a 4-year varsity starter. Here's the 1-0. Shows bunt, but pulls the bat back, and the pitch is outside for a ball. And the count is 2-0. The afternoon sun has gone down to the point where there's hardly any part of the infield that doesn't have shade on it. And now Mike Barrow has asked for time. I think he's going to say that maybe Vasas came too far out of the batter's box. Vasas is 6 feet away, listening to the conversation and smiling. He knows it's going to be 2-0. And it is. Barrow has said his piece. He returns to the dugout after his brief conversation with James Pratt, our home plate umpire. Now Ron Hale looking in, getting his sign from Peter Smith. Another throw over to first and Tyler Martin back in. The stands are full on the Ridge Point side, and I think there are some purple people over on the left. The press box separates two banks of bleachers, and never the twain shall meet. The 2-0 pitch catches the outside corner. Vasas thinking, and if not saying, not my style. Scoreless game, bottom of the 4th. Game 1 of the best of 3. Now there's another throw over Tyler Martin and Cooper Langford, the first baseman, are in sunlight. There's a little bit of sunshine, on the far part of the infield on the right side. Swung on by Vasas, and it's to short right field. It's the second baseman Farley going out, fighting the wind a little bit, but makes the catch. And there's one out. Vasas is 0 for 2. Now Travis Vlasic, he hit the ball hard to left fielder Ike
First
Rodriguez,
baseman,
his first
Travis
time.
Vlasic.
That led off the second inning. Vlasic is 3 for 11 in the playoffs with a double and 2 RBIs. Ron Hale brings him the first pitch, and it kind of got away from him. It caused his catcher Peter Smith to stand straight up and grab it with his arm extended. And it's 1-0. Righty versus righty as Travis Vlasic steps in. Has the bat poised Ron Hill throws over to first again. Tyler Martin getting a lot of attention. J.J. Kennett waits to bat next. Ridgepoint trying to get on the scoreboard in the bottom of the fourth. No one has put anything but a 0 up there. Vlasic swings and misses at a changeup. Ron Hill had the same motion that he uses when he throws that fastball in the upper mid or upper 80s. But that came in nice and slow. 1-1 on Vlasic. Throw over and Martin dives back in. You know, something kind of refreshing about high school games is fans don't boo every time there's a throw over. Ridgepoint fans anxious for something to happen. Swung on and missed. Is now 1-2 on Vlasic. And Ron Hill is really changing his speeds nicely. Nicely from the Westside perspective. Vlasic's got to be ready for anything. And there's a throw over. He was ready for that and steps out of the box. If anything gets close to picking off Tyler Martin, I'll let you know. Otherwise, I'll just say throw over. Pitch to Vlasic, curveball high, it's 2-2. Here at Ridgepoint, it's symmetrical in the outfield, 315 feet down each of the lines, 345 to each power alley, and 370 feet to straightaway center. 2-2 on Vlasic. Tyler Martin would love to run. Here's the 2-2, breaking ball, check swing down and away. Great tech by Vlasic. Great check and take. I tried to say both at the same time. So it was a hybrid word, great tech. A check and a take. All right, so it's 3-2. One out, bottom of the fourth. And they got Tyler Martin almost. Oh my goodness, he was leaning and he barely got back in. Kade Langford thought that he had applied the tag in time to get a pick off. And if he had been picked off, it would be the second straight game one in which Ridgepoint had gotten a runner picked off. Although to tell the whole story, 2 Seven Lakes runners were picked off by Ridgepoint in game one last week. There's another throw over and Martin is back in. There's a pound of dirt on his uniform. I'm sure he's at least a pound heavier. Meanwhile, Vlasic just waiting for a payoff pitch. And here it comes. And it's a laser right up the middle, base hit into center field. Tyler Martin stops at second. 2 very loud hits for Ridgepoint. Have runners at first and second in the bottom of the fourth. If that's not great contact, I don't know what is.
J.J. Kennett.
Now J.J. Kennett. He's 1 for 1, singled in the second inning.
Let's go, J.J.
So Kennett now 2 for 9 in the postseason. First pitch is a curveball upstairs. 1-0 on JJ. Infield at double play depth. Scoreless game, bottom of the fourth. Game one between Ridgepoint and Westside. The two will play each other in game two tomorrow night at Stratford. Here's the 1-0. Outside.
Let's go, JJ.
Kennett waiting patiently on the 2-0. Ron Hill brings it, and that is hit in the air behind his foul. 2-1. 82 degrees as the temperature drops just a little. I mean, it feels great out here. Wish you were here, but since you're not, well, you could be listening in the stands. But if you're not here, glad you're listening on VypeFortBend.com. Ron Hill steps off. His shortstop, Kade Langford, was moving in behind Tyler Martin to try and set up a pickoff attempt at second. But Tyler was on to him. And he went back to the bag. Meanwhile, back in the batter's box, J.J. Kennett ready for another one. The 2-1. And that's to right field. Moving back is Trace Mobley toward the line. He dives, and it lands harmlessly in foul ground. A nice effort by Mobley. But there was no way. Unless maybe you're, I don't know, maybe Chaz McCormick could have gotten to it. And the count is 2-2 on Kennett. We have journalists here. It must be a very important game. We got nothing but shade and light standards on here at Ridge Point. The 2-2 to Kennett. Swings at a curveball, and that's foul off the front of the Westside dugout on the third base side.
Win a battle, JJ.
Not that anyone would be sleeping in there, but if he was, that would have woken that person up. They actually have a student manager who is a lovely young lady. She brought us the lineup. I don't think she's asleep either. And it's still 2-2 on J.J. Kennett, trying to break this scoreless tie in the bottom of the fourth. Ron Hale looks back at second. Tyler Martin could have crawled back, but he walked back. Ron Hale has been a tough customer to this point. Here's the pitch. Curveball hit high in the air to center field. It won't carry. Fisk steps in. Catch made, and Tyler Martin doesn't even bluff a go from second. So Ron Hale pitching so tough. And if he can get Carter Groen here, then he will have wriggled out of another small jam.
Left fielder number 17, Carter Groen.
Here we go, Carter. Base hit, babe.
Tyler Martin is at second. He singled to start the inning. Vlasic singled after Vasas was retired on a pop-up to the second baseman Farley. Kennett just flied out, and now it's up to Groen if Ridge Point's going to keep this fourth inning going. Ron Hale brings it, and it's behind Groen, and that's going to let the runners move up. That one really got away from Ron Hale. So two runners in scoring position, and that was not just a wild pitch, but a wild and crazy pitch. And the count obviously is 1-0. Now Ron Hale will go from the windup with runners at second and third. He rocks and fires. Curveball, and that's hit in foul ground behind home plate. There goes their catcher, Peter Smith, and he can't quite make the catch. It was out of my view because they have the brick press box that divides the first base stands and landing from the third base stands and landing. And based on how quickly our home plate umpire James Pratt's hands went up, I'm thinking that it brushed the netting. And there was just no way that Peter Smith could have snagged that. So it's 1-1. Ron Hale will continue going from the windup. Here it comes. Breaking ball off the end of the bat. Slow roller to Farley at second. Charges, throws to first in time. No runs on 2 hits, no errors, and 2 men left in scoring position for Ridge Point. We'll head to the 5th. Nobody has scored. We'll be back.
Coming in at 5'3", it's number one mom. She switched to Xfinity and got the all-new 3-for-1 bundle. Unlimited internet, streaming, and Xfinity Mobile. All for what you could pay wireless companies for just one 5G unlimited line. Boom! Shakalaka! That's why they call her the Master of Moolah, the Sultan of Savings, the Queen of Cash. And now, also with Xfinity Internet, you can get unlimited data, Wi-Fi equipment, and a free Flex 4K streaming box included with a 2-year rate guarantee and no term contract. All for just $30 per month when you add an Xfinity mobile plan at regular rates. Go to Xfinity.com/3-for-1, call 1-800-XFINITY, or visit an Xfinity store today. Limited time offer. Restrictions apply. Requires paperless billing and autopay. New fast internet 300 megabits per second customers only. Xfinity Mobile requires post-pay Xfinity Internet. After 24 months, regular rates apply to all services and
A game without a crowd is just a scrimmage. A performance without an audience is just a rehearsal. Without your presence, high school sports and the performing arts aren't possible. Ensure that these essential extracurricular activities continue to enrich the lives of students in Texas. Purchase a ticket to your local high school's game or performance.
This message presented by the UIL and the Texas High School Athletic Directors Association.
Don't miss the UIL Baseball State Championship starting Wednesday, June 8th at UFCU Dish Falk Field in Austin, and Dell Diamond and Round Rock. Ticket information and more can be found at uiltexas.org. Gabriel Rodriguez leads it off for Westside, top of the 5th. Scoreless game with Ridgepoint. Hunter Nichols on the mound, brings the 1-0, and it's a chopper foul between the head coach Mike Barrow and the third base bag. Winner of this series will face either Lamar or Tompkins in the next round, and Hunter Nichols burns off the outside corner with a beauty on a 1-1 pitch. A fastball makes it 1-2. Rodriguez ready, and that bounces in, and it hit Kennett in the shin guard. 2-2. It had a lot of spin on it. That's why Nichols spiked it, and it kind of took a not quite 45-degree angle, but an abrupt jump sideways. That is hit in the air. It's in foul ground. Kennett watches it go over the backstop. Still 2-2. Rodriguez 0 for 1 with a second inning strikeout. Here's the 2-2, high and away, and the count goes full. Nichols shakes off a sign, now rocks and brings the payoff pitch. Down and away, ball 4. It's this third walk. The second straight inning where he's walked the leadoff man. Now Cooper Langford.
First baseman, Cooper Langford.
He walked to lead off the third. So the infield will move to double play depth. Nichols ready to work to Cooper Langford. He bunts, attempts to bunt, but it goes foul on the right. Nichols ready to bring the 0-1 pitch, but first he throws over to Vlasic at first, and diving back in is Gabriel Rodriguez. The scoreboard says that Hunter Nichols has allowed 1 hit. In the first inning, I gave Michael Fisk not a hit, but a reach on an error. Just saying. Curveball high, it's 1-1. As Nichols works to Cooper Langford. Here comes the 1-1. He squares to bunt. It's down the first base line, but twists foul to the right, obviously. And the count's 1-2, and we'll see if Mike Barrow has enough confidence in Cooper Langford to tell him to try and bunt with 2 strikes. Beautiful night for baseball, but there's a lot of anxiety. We have a scoreless game in the 5th. Langford ready, but first a throw over. And back in is Gabriel Rodriguez. Nichols gets his sign, comes set. Kicks and comes home. Breaking ball up and in, it's 2-2. There are cowbells here. They're little plastic clappers. No Freon horns, though. The 2-2. And did he go, or was he hit by a pitch? The home plate umpire, James Pratt, is saying that Cooper Langford swung at that. The ball grazed his wrist or his fist, but it's a swing and a foul ball, so it's still 2-2. Coach Barrow's not arguing. Here's the 2-2. Swing and a miss at the high heat. Big strikeout for Nichols. 1 away. Third strikeout for Hunter.
Nathan Rangel.
And now his counterpart, Nathan Rangel, who put down a sacrifice bunt when he came up in the 3rd. Ridge Point will send up the 7, 8, and 9 hitters when they bat in the bottom of the 5th. Nichols brings it to Rangel. That's a fly ball to the left center field gap. That is well hit, and it is down. Rolling toward the fence, and coming around 3rd, gonna score is Gabriel Rodriguez. It is 1-0, Westside. It is an RBI double for Nathan Rangel, who got almost all of that one. So Ridge Point better wake up if they're going to avoid dropping game 1 at home. The 2 infield umpires, Andrew Pena and Lenny Amaya, are talking to each other about something, but I don't think there is anything in dispute. And Westside's going to bring in a courtesy runner.
Running at second base, number 4, Anthony Hanley.
Anthony Hanley comes in to run for Rangel. 1 out, and he is at second base. Rangel put him there with a run-scoring double, and now Brett Plank. Lefty hitter, slightly open stance, grips the bat with his bare hands. Nichols delivers. Outside, 1-0. Nichols comes set, brings the 1-0. Ground ball toward Vlasic at first, takes it himself. No, he actually shovels it to Hunter Nichols for the 2nd out. And on the play, Hanley moves over to 3rd.
Second baseman, Cameron Farley.
Now Cameron Farley has flied out twice, once to center field, once to right. But when he flied out to right, he hit it pretty hard. But Owen Ferris was waiting. Farley open stance. First pitch taking, curveball in there, inner half of the plate, 0-1. Nichols looks over at third, brings the 0-1, breaking ball also in there. And it's 0-2 on a couple of Uncle Charlies. Nichols brings the 0-2, and it's a foul tip not held on to by Kennett. Not that he did anything wrong there. That was, I don't think too many catchers would have held on to that one. Still 0-2. Outside target to the lefty hitter. Nichols brings it. Swung on and missed. Flailing away. Well, for Westside, 1 run on 2 hits, no errors, 1 man left on base. We'll go to the bottom of the 5th. Ridge Point is down 1-0, and they'll bring up the 7, 8, 9 hitters. Come back to the bottom of the 5th and check it out.
Coming in at 5 foot 3 inches, it's number 1 mom. She switched to Xfinity and got the all-new 3-for-1 bundle. Unlimited internet, streaming, and Xfinity Mobile. All for what you could pay wireless companies for just one 5G unlimited line. Boom! Shakalaka! That's why they call her the Master of Moolah, the Sultan of Savings, the Queen of Cash. And now, also with Xfinity Internet, you can get unlimited data, Wi-Fi equipment, and a free Flex 4K streaming box included with a 2-year rate guarantee and no term contract. All for just $30 per month when you add an Xfinity mobile plan at regular rates. Go to Xfinity.com/3-for-1, call 1-800-XFINITY, or visit an Xfinity store today. Limited time offer. Restrictions apply. Requires paperless billing and autopay. New fast internet 300 megabits per second customers only. Xfinity Mobile requires post-pay Xfinity Internet. After 24 months, regular rates apply to all services and devices.
Tonight's exclusive presentation of VypeFortBend.com baseball. Ridge Point against Westside is brought to you by Xfinity, the future of awesome. My First Tire and Auto, 4 great Fort Bend County locations where you can get the best prices on tires and also great service. Anything your vehicle needs to run at its very best. All 4 locations open Monday through Saturday. Visit FirstTireandAuto.com. Also brought to you by the Archer Volkswagen and the Needville Insurance Agency. Owen Ferris leads off for Ridge Point. Bottom of the 5th. First pitch, hits it in the air to left. Ike Rodriguez moving over and makes the catch with 1 hand, 1 pitch, 1 out in the bottom of the 5th. And now Will Baker.
Designated hitter, Will Baker.
I believe it's Will with 1 L, Baker. And Ridge Point is running out of offensive innings. But it's just 1 run. They have been unable to solve Wrong Hill to this point. Lefty hitter Baker ready. First pitch swinging, that is toward left, and it's going to hang up for Rodriguez. Ike makes another catch. 2 pitches, 2 outs. Base is clean, and now it's Blaine Ryan. Blaine Ryan hit a double in the 3rd, and he kept on trucking to 3rd. Unfortunately, the baseball was waiting for him there, and Gabe Rodriguez tagged him out. It was a magnificent play. Fisk ran it down to the outfield, relayed to the shortstop, Kade Langford, who threw a seed to Gabe Rodriguez. Ryan ready. Takes a pitch on the outside corner for a strike. Well, Westside, even if it comes up with a victory, won't have a happy bus ride back to campus. They carpooled and truck pooled here. Here's the 0-1. Ryan fouls it back behind us, and it lands on top of the metal roof over the hitting facility at Ridge Point. Blaine Ryan with great speed, but he's not going to be bunting his way on, I presume, because it's 0-2. Here comes the pitch. Breaking ball is up. Zion Stevens would be next. Ron Kell brings it. Swing and a miss at the curveball. 1-2-3 inning. And we move on to the 6th. It is 1-0 Westside over Ridge Point.
First Tire and Automotive, serving Fort Bend County drivers for over 20 years, salutes and congratulates the graduating class of 2022. Wherever the road takes you, you can be sure that you'll need professional auto care along the way. First Tire and Automotive's 4 locations throughout Fort Bend County are the perfect pit stops for all of your auto repair and maintenance needs. Check out the website firsttireandauto.com for great savings. The First Tire and Automotive technicians can fix all problems on any make or model. Make your appointment today at any of the 4 convenient locations in Sugar Land and Cinco Ranch. All 4 stores open on Saturday. First Tire
Archer
and
Volkswagen showroom is open, and our team's excited to help you. Visit our sales department Monday through Saturday from 9 a.m. to 9 p.m. Or bring your car in for service from 7 a.m. to 7 p.m. Monday through Friday, and Saturdays from 9 a.m. to 2 p.m. We're closed on Sundays to rest and recharge with our families, so we can serve you well through the week. We hope to see you soon.
Sounds like rattling old bones. This highway's long, but I know something that I won't do. I saw up to my.
All right, it is Michael Fisk to lead off for the Westside Wolves, and the Panthers have been trying to keep the Wolves away from the door, but so far Westside has a 1-0 advantage. Michael Fisk reached on an error in the first, but was picked off of first base and got on with a walk in the 4th. And Nichols starts him with a curveball in there, strike 1. Nichols ready to bring the 0-1, and here it comes. Breaking ball a little bit low, perhaps a little bit inside, and the count even 1-1. Nichols looks over the top of his glove, the wind and the pitch. Sliced foul, going to go out of play on the right side beyond the Ridge Point bullpen. Same 2 teams tomorrow night. First pitch at 7, batter up show at 6:40 from Stratford. The high school that's right across from Tully Stadium on Derry Ashford. Here's the 1-2. Down and away, trying to get him to chase, but nothing doing. 2-2 on Fisk. Here's a pitch. Down low, and the count is full. The payoff pitch. Outside ball 4, and it's the 4th consecutive inning where the Westside Wolves have drawn a walk to start things.
Catcher Peter Smith.
Now Peter Smith. He's the catcher. Mike Barrow, the head catch, gives the signals. J.J. Kennett, the Ridge Point catcher, looks over at Coach Welch. And Nichols from the stretch. Brings the first one to Smith. Breaking ball in the dirt. Kennett stops it nicely, and no advance by the runner. And by the way, I think we've got a courtesy runner over there. No, we do have Michael Fisk. He's running for himself, and why wouldn't he? He's a center fielder. Smith ready for the 0-1. Throw over. Fisk is back in. Travis Vlasic with the love tap tag. Nichols looks over there again. Brings the 0-1. Bunt attempt, but it's a called strike as Peter Smith pulled the bat back. And the count is 0-2. If there's a game 3 between these 2 teams, we'll have it at noon on Saturday from Stratford. Same site is game 2. 0-2 on the way, breaking ball missed. Kennett tells Nichols, that's where I wanted you to throw it. He was trying to get the chase swing. Didn't happen. And now too much time taken, Peter Smith thinks, and so he asks home plate umpire James Pratt for time and steps away. Nichols brings the 1-2. It's high, 2-2.
Go, Hunter.
Nichols shakes off a sign. Now he's ready to deliver. Here it comes. There goes the runner. Pitch bounces in, and Kennett can't throw him out. No way he could. Michael Fisk is at second with a stolen base. Meanwhile, it's 3-2 on a second consecutive hitter in this inning. Here's the pitch. Upstairs, another walk. Runners at first and second, and now Kade Langford is the hitter due. I'm looking in the Ridgepoint bullpen. I don't see anyone throwing.
Shortstop, Kade Langford.
Westside only 2 hits tonight, and yet they lead 1-0. Batting in the top of the 6th and in a position to add to that lead. Kade Langford is 0-2 with a ground out and a strikeout. Nichols brings it. Bunt attempt right back toward the mound. Nichols gets it, throws to first, nobody there, and the throw is late, and here comes a run home. Zion Stevens throws, and out at the plate. Zion Stevens picked up, well, he went over to first base. He was there late, and he's tapping himself on the chest to say, my bad that they didn't get the out at first. However, they do get an out on the play, and they prevent a run.
Left fielder, Ike
so not the way they drew it up. But Kade Langford reaches first base, and I guess we'll have to call that an infield single, but out at home was Fisk. That's the first out of the inning. So now there is a runner at second. That's the courtesy runner for Peter Smith, and Kade Langford is on at first base. And it is Ike Rodriguez. He's been killing Ridgepoint out in left field on defense tonight. First pitch to him, swings and misses. A bad miss at a pitch in the dirt. Righty versus righty. Nichols trying to wriggle off the hook here and get to the bottom of the 6th with still a 1-0 game. Another swing and a miss as Ike Rodriguez chasing after the hook. Boy, did Ridgepoint get a fortunate play there to keep it at 1-0. Stevens throwing home and Kennett applying the tag. We're going to have to wait on the 0-2 to Rodriguez because he asked for time. Will Nichols throw him another curveball? Here's the 0-2. Up and in. He did throw him a curveball, but that didn't find the zone. 1-2. Nervous Nelly time as Ridgepoint trying to keep Westside from expanding their lead beyond 1 run. Here's the pitch. Here's a ground ball. Vossas one hopper, steps on second, on to first, double play. Boy, the Panthers needed that. Double play goes 6-3, and that gets them out of the jam. They're down 1-0 though. And we will go to the top of the 6th with some Doobie Brothers. Top of the order, Stevens, Parker Martin, and then Vossas. When we continue, this is VypeFortBend.com.
Coming in at 5'3", it's number one mom. She switched to Xfinity and got the all-new 3-for-1 bundle. Unlimited internet, streaming, and Xfinity Mobile. All for what you could pay wireless companies for just one 5G unlimited line. Boom! Shakalaka! That's why they call her the Master of Moolah, the Sultan of Savings, the Queen of Cash. And now, also with Xfinity Internet, you can get unlimited data, Wi-Fi equipment, and a free Flex 4K streaming box included with a 2-year rate guarantee and no term contract. All for just $30 per month when you add an Xfinity mobile plan at regular rates. Go to Xfinity.com/3-for-1, call 1-800-XFINITY, or visit an Xfinity store today. Limited time offer. Restrictions apply. Requires paperless billing and autopay. New fast internet 300 megabits per second customers only. Xfinity Mobile requires post-pay Xfinity Internet. After 24 months, regular rates apply.
All right. Is Ridgepoint out of time? Well, you know, in baseball, there is no clock. They're not out of outs, but they've only got 6
Leading
more to
off
work
the
with.
bottom of the 6th for Ridgepoint, second baseman, Zion Stevens.
And thanks to a zany top of the 6th inning, they're still trailing only 1-0. And now Zion Stevens 0 for 2 with a pair of ground outs, works against Rangel. Nathan Rangel has just been magnificent, only giving up 3 Ridgepoint hits. And the first pitch to Stevens, breaking ball, swung on and missed. Zion steps out of the box to collect his thoughts. Now he's back in there. Ready for the 0-1, here it comes. Upstairs for a ball. Another curve from Rangel. You're up in the Ridgepoint dugout. All kinds of words of encouragement coming out of there. Here's the 1-1. And that is in the air to center field. Fisk looking for it. He couldn't find it. And it drops. He couldn't find it. And Stevens is going to second and will stop right there. Don't push it again. Stevens, well, Ridgepoint, the baseball gods are smiling on them right now anyway. So as soon as the ball goes up in the air, Fisk just couldn't find it. And it dropped, I guess, about 40 feet to his left.
Third baseman,
so that's
Parker
a cheap double.
Martin.
Cheap double, but Ridgepoint will take it. The tying run is at second. Great speed in Zion Stevens, and now Parker Martin. He's 1 for 2 tonight. And Parker Martin is 3 for 10 on the postseason. Squares to bunt from the left-handed box, and a look back at Stevens by Rangel, and does not make a throw. Martin steps back in there. Rangel's pitch. He gets a bat on it, but it goes foul behind home plate. 0-1 on Parker Martin. Same 2 teams tomorrow night. Game 3 will be Saturday at noon if we need a game 3. Martin is already squared around a bunt. Rangel now turns around and throws back to second, but Zion Stevens goes back in with the right hand. or the left hand, actually. It's the one with the protective oven mitt on it. Ron Hill looks back at second. Martin ready, and the pitch is down and in. It's 1-1. It is backhanded very nicely. Peter Smith, the catcher, kept Stevens from getting to third with nobody out. Parker steps back in there. Ron Hill comes set. Pitch on the way, curveball is up, and it's 2-1. He was squaring to bunt again. Cooper Langford, the first baseman, was crashing in. Parker Martin ready, squaring around again, ready for the 2-1, and he bunts it in the air, and it goes over the backstop behind us. Officer Byron Kizzy is here. Always good to have the Fort Bend ISD officers, and his son is a baseball player for Hightower, which had a good first half of the season, and the district season was a struggle. But they're going to move up to Class 6A next year. Timeout is called as Clinton Welch wanted to chat with Parker Martin halfway between home and third. So Hightower will be added to the 7 Fort Bend ISD teams and George Ranch. So next year's 26A will have 8 Fort Bend teams and George Ranch. All right, 2-2 the count. Ron Hill looks back at second, kicks and comes home. Outside, 3-2. I wonder how fast Parker Martin's heart is beating right now. Steps back in there, righty working to lefty. With the tying run at second base, that is Zion Stevens. The payoff pitch. Ryan hits it foul out of play to the left. Third baseman Gabe Rodriguez gives it a look. Justin Vossas is in the on-deck circle. And there's some kind of discussion. I think we need more baseballs, or I know what happened. There is a baseball that's loose on the grass and foul ground down the left side. And somebody had to go get it. All right, another payoff pitch is due to Parker Martin. With nobody out in the bottom of the sixth, and Ridge Point trailing 1-0 game one of their series with Westside. Ron Hill brings it outside, ball 4. And Vossas, as in Colossus, strides to the plate. He's 0 for 2, but 5 for 12 in the postseason.
Justin Vossas.
Ron Hill out there on the mound, and now his shortstop, Kade Langford, comes over to talk to him. And in fact, it's going to be Mike Barrow, the head coach, coming out of the dugout, and they will talk it over. Now this from Office Depot.
You are the master of the multitask, the champion of making it happen. Taking care of business is not for the faint of heart. Still, you take care of it. Taking care of business. But who takes care of you? Office Depot Office Max. We supply you, copy, and tune you up. Members get 2% back in rewards on everything, and we mean everything. We take care of you, so you can take care of business. Office Depot Office Max. Taking care of business.
Really want to kiss you. We want to thank the folks at Office Depot Southwest Freeway at Williams Trace for taking care of business every day so we can bring you Fort Bend County sports every week. We've been doing it all school year long. We've lost track. I've got records, but we've done over 120 games, and we're proud to do it. We love to do it. We are your broadcast home for Fort Bend County sports. All right, Vasas in the box. Ron Hill has pitched brilliantly, but can he hold back this Ridgepoint offense here in the 6th inning? His team leads 1-0. Pitch to Vasas. He squares to bunt. Did he go after it? Yes, he did. He offered at it, so it's strike one. And it was nowhere near the strike zone. He was kind of fooled on that particular pitch. A double by Zion Stevens, which was really just a fly ball that dropped in because Fisk couldn't locate the ball in the darkness above. So it's 0-1 on Vasas. He's squaring to bunt again. Ron Hill does not deliver. He turns around and looks at second. Coach Welch with the array of signs. Vasas in the box, ready for an 0-1. He is squared to bunt again. Offers at it and can't come up with it. And it's 0-2.
Go, Justin.
Hey, barrel it up. Let's go, JV.
Here you go, Justin.
Gets limber, steps back in. Slightly open stance. Got to protect on 0-2. And a look back at second, and no throw by Ron Hill. Tension building with every pitch and every fake pickoff throw. The 0-2. Breaking ball is ripped down the left field line. It's there! Here comes Stevens around third. He'll score. Ball gets away from Mike Rodriguez. And stopping at third base is Parker Martin. Vasas gets to second. It's a double. And we are tied. Still nobody out in the 6th. Well, Vasas comes through his second double of the postseason.
First baseman, Travis Vlasic.
All right, so everybody on the Ridgepoint side can now exhale. The game is tied. And Travis Vlasic comes up with 2 runners in scoring position, and Travis is 1 for 2 tonight. They're starting to squeal with delight in the Ridgepoint stands. And bang their feet on the aluminum. It'll be a wind-up from Ron Hill as Vlasic stands in. Here's the pitch. Breaking ball, outside corner strike. Those looking at the world through purple glasses didn't think so. I'm wearing purple beads, but only because a pretty lady put them around my neck. The 0-1 tried to check his swing. Did he go around? No. Now, unfortunately for Westside, the umpire who's on the right side of the infield, that is Andrew Pena, he's not over by first base. He might have seen it differently, but in this situation with runners at second and third, he's a little bit to our right of second. And the count is 1-1. Vlasic ready. Swings at the curveball. Fly ball, short center field. Fisk coming out. Langford going out. He makes the catch. 1 away, and the runners stay put. Kade Langford and his center fielder, Michael Fisk, doing an excellent job communicating.
Catcher, J.J. Kennett.
Now J.J. Kennett, he's 1 for 2 tonight. Ridgepoint has tied it in the bottom of the 6th, and they're trying to break the tie, and then they can go to the top of the 7th and try and finish it off. But before Rangel delivers another pitch, he's going to step to the back of the mound. Now he's ready. Well, these Wolves have played a magnificent game, but Ridge Point has pulled even. Pitch to Kennett, way wide and backhanded beautifully by Peter Smith. He saved a run. Ridge Point would be ahead if he had not backhanded that almost wild pitch. Coach Welch asks for time, and I think he wants to talk to J.J. Kennett. And for some reason, Parker Martin is he's going to the bench because Stratton, whose first name we think is Luke.
Your attention, please, for Ridge Point now running at third base, number 27, Stratton.
Coach LeFavor, you know Stratton's first name?
No, his brother is Luke.
Jake? Thank you. Thank you so much. I love you, Coach. All right, Jake Stratton, younger brother of Luke or older brother of Luke? Older brother of Luke has come on to run at third base. Meanwhile, the count is 1-0 on Kennett. And now they're talking about those players. Rangel throws over to third base, and Jake Stratton steps back to the bag. Gabe Rodriguez, the third baseman, not really holding him on to the bag there. All right, Rangel is ready. Here's the pitch to Kennett. Downstairs, it's 2-0. And this might be the intentional walk here. Sometimes you will have a pitcher not intentionally pass a runner, but just try to get him to chase, maybe get a cheap strikeout. But if you get the runner to first base, you got to force all over the diamond. Here's the 2-0. Kennett swings and fouls it back and to the right, and it hits the top of the hitting facility. You know, I ought to call that what it is. It's the Jamie Cook batting cage. I should call it what it is. Jamie Cook, if you're responsible for that hitting facility being there, then thank you, Jamie. All right, the count is 2-1. Kennett digs in, trying to untie the game. Pitch on the way, and he fouls it back over the screen again. It's 2-2. Just short of the Jamie Cook batting cage. A lot of foul balls with these teams that are capable of putting the ball out of play just to keep the at-bat alive. But they have enough for Rangel to go back to the top of the mound and deal once again to Kennett with one out, runners second and third in a 1-1 game, bottom of the sixth. Rangel brings it, and that is a rope right at the shortstop. Langford, he's got it for the second out, and nobody can move. Oh man, Kennett scalded that ball. And the third baseman, Gabe Rodriguez, caught a line drive earlier. And Kade Langford catches that one.
17, Carter Groen.
2 away, the infield can back up to normal depth, and it is up to Carter Groen, who's 0 for 2 with 2 ground outs in this game. Rangel will try to send it to the 7th inning, still tied at 1. Here's the pitch. Groen swings at a curve. It's high in the air. Pop up on the infield. It's the first baseman, Cooper Langford. He's got it. And Ridge Point does tie the game in the bottom of the 6th, but they leave runners at second and third, and they were there with nobody out. So we'll go to the 7th in game 1. Be right back. Boz Skaggs.
Hello fans, this is Bradley Stavanaugh with Needville Insurance. We know Fort Bend County. I'm a 4th generation resident of Fort Bend. I'm your local, hometown, trusted agent. With over 30 carriers and 9 auto insurance carriers, we shop the insurance for you. We know insurance is hard. We know it's complicated. We make it easy for you. We have Spanish speakers here available for you. Call us at 979-793-7411 or needvilleinsurance.com. Once again, call us 979-793-7411.
All right.
Attention, please, for Ridgepoint, now playing third base. Number 19, Landry Ham.
Landry Ham comes in to play third base.
Leading off the top of the
for
second
Ridgepoint.
for Westside. Top of the
And
seventh.
Hunter Nichols still out there on the mound.
Third baseman, Gabriel Rodriguez.
Gabriel Rodriguez, Cooper Langford, and Nathan Ronkel are due for the Westside Wolves. In a 1-1 game, we go to the seventh. It is game one, so nobody's going to be eliminated after tonight, but this win seems so huge to get. First pitch, strike one to Gabriel Rodriguez. Appeared to be taking all the way. Righty versus righty. He walked in the third, struck out in the fifth. Nichols brings it. Curveball, caught the outside corner. What a beauty. Nichols ready, brings the 0-2, and fouled straight back into the screen. Westside, the third seed out of District 18-6A. Here's the 0-2. Breaking ball high, and it's 1-2. Plenty of noise coming out of the dugout. Here's the 1-2. Foul tip, just got a piece of it to stay alive. Ridgepoint only lost one game in District 26A play. Here's the 1-2. Fouled out of play to the right. Kids running after it. It's the circle of life. The little kids chase the foul balls, and when they become teenagers, they're either playing in the game or they're in the stands. Here's the 1-2. And that is to left field, but it's right at Groen, and he's got it. You know, for a second there, he thought it had fooled him, and he was about to panic and run back toward the fence, but then he realized he read it right from the beginning.
Now batting first baseman, Cooper Langford.
One away as we welcome Cooper Langford to the batter's box. He's got a walk and a strikeout tonight against Nichols. Nichols has only allowed 2 hits. Righty versus righty. First pitch, upstairs, up around his eyes. Ball 1. What a beautiful, comfortable night here in Missouri City. The 1-0. Swing and a miss. Nichols brought the heat. Hunter rocks and fires the 1-1. Just missed the outside corner. Kennett's attempt to frame it did not sway home plate umpire James Pratt. Nichols working a little more quickly here. The 2-1 pitch, that burns off the outside edge, and it's 2-2. On the way, And that is toward right field, and it's down in front of Ferris for a hit. Westside gets a one-out single, the third hit of the game for the Wolves.
Pitcher Nathan Rangel.
Now it's Nathan Rangel. Some people say Rangel, I'll say Rangel. He has been such a bulldog out there on the mound tonight. And he's gotten a double. But he could only get to third in the fifth, so we're in a 1-1 game. Bounces into Kennett, goes all the way to the screen, and that will enable Langford to go to second. And just in case you're wondering, nothing is going on in the Ridgepoint bullpen up to now. Coach Mike Barrow in the third base box with instructions for his runner Cooper Langford, who's now in scoring position with one out. The 1-0 to Rangel. Here it comes. Breaking ball right down Waters Lake Road. Strike one. Roger Smith and the talented Nate Nunez back in the mothership at Vype World headquarters. Thank you, Nathan, for pushing all the right buttons. Here's the 1-1 pitch. Downstairs for a ball. Same two teams tomorrow night, game 2 from Spring Branch ISD Stratford High School, where Andrew Luck watched games and Craig James played them. Here's the 2-1. Strike on the outside corner, and Rangel, I don't think he agreed, but he's not going to make a big deal out of it or anything. The count's 2-2. The go-ahead run is at second base. That is Cooper Langford. It is 1-1, top of the 7th. Nichols brings the 2-2, swing and a miss. Oh, that was a big one. 2 outs. And now the number 9 hitter, Brett Plank. Five strikeouts for Nichols, but before he deals to another hitter, Coach Welch is going out to the mound. I think he just wants to talk to Nichols, and whatever he needed to say, it didn't take him very long. And now Coach Barrow wants to talk to home plate umpire James Pratt before we get back into action. Brett Plank, DH, is 0 for 2 tonight. He had a foul pop up to the third baseman Parker Martin, but it's Landry Ham right now over at third base.
Second base, number 4, Anthony Hanley.
And Anthony Hanley is the courtesy runner now at second base. Yep, Anthony Hanley is running for Cooper Langford. Brett Plank, lefty hitter with no gloves. Hunter Nichols needs to get this guy to send it to the bottom of the 7th, still tied at 1. He looks back at second, makes no throw, and Hanley goes back to the bag. Plank ready, moving the bat behind his head. Pitch on the way, swings and misses. Foul tip into Kennett's mitt, strike 1. Nichols comes set, looks back at second, comes with the 0-1. Tailing fastball just missed, and I think Nichols believes that should have been a strike. But it's 1-1. Plank ready. Pitch on the way. There's a strike on the outer half. And it's 1-2. Ridgepoint trying to get to the bottom of the 7th, still tied at 1 with a go-ahead run at second. That's Hanley. Here's the 1-2. Check swing, and it gets past Kennett. Runner gets to third. He's coming on home. Here's the throw. And out at home! Out at home! Now that's the good news. Now the bad news is Hunter Nichols stood over Hanley and taunted him. And the home plate umpire said a little something to Nichols before he went to the dugout. And I saw assistant coach Michael Dutka go over to Hunter Nichols and shut him up right quick. Hanley came around third. He just kept on coming home. Kennett had to run a long way to get the ball. And he turned around and fired to home plate. Nichols applied the tag, and Ridgepoint avoids disaster. So somehow Hunter Nichols faced the minimum in that inning. Wow, what a play. I got to put something in my scorebook here that tells exactly what happened. So that was 2-1, and we'll call it a caught stealing for the third out. Okay, we'll step aside, be right back. Ridgepoint will try to walk it off. We're tied at 1.
First Tire and Automotive, serving Fort Bend County drivers for over 20 years, salutes and congratulates the graduating class of 2022. Wherever the road takes you, you can be sure that you'll need professional auto care along the way. First Tire and Automotive's 4 locations throughout Fort Bend County are the perfect pit stops for all of your auto repair and maintenance needs. Check out the website firsttireandauto.com for great savings. The First Tire and Automotive technicians can fix all problems on any make or model. Make your appointment today at any of the 4 convenient locations in Sugar Land and Cinco Ranch. All 4 stores open on Saturday. FirstTireandAuto.com.
Archer Volkswagen showroom is open, and our team's excited to help you. Visit our sales department Monday through Saturday from 9 a.m. to 9 p.m. Or bring your car in for service from 7 a.m. to 7 p.m. Monday through Friday, and Saturdays from 9 a.m. to 2 p.m. We're closed on Sundays to rest and recharge with our families, so we can serve you well through the week. We hope to see you soon.
Owen Ferris leads off against Rangel. Starts him with a curveball in the dirt, ball 1. Ferris is 0 for 2, really stung the ball right at the third baseman. Gabe Rodriguez, his first time up. And he hit it pretty hard the second time when he flied out to left field. Next pitch, high in the air to center. Fisk moving to his right, says he's got it. There's 1 out. Plenty of Westside fans here, and they are in full throat.
Designated hitter Will Baker.
Now Will Baker, 2 for 6 on the postseason. Got the start in Game 2 and Game 3 against Seven Lakes, and here he is trying to get on. First pitch swinging, and he fouls it straight back, a very healthy cut. Hope his brother Jack is listening. Rangel still out there. It is his ball game for Westside. Here's the 0-1. Baker looks at a pitch, up, and it's ball 1. Westside fans complaining. They thought it should have been a strike. Here's the 1-1. High for ball 2. Westside fans upset again. And it was kind of marginal, but I'm not in a position to really say if I thought it was a strike or a ball. Next pitch to Baker, and it's a ground ball to shortstop. Kade Langford boots it, throws late, Baker is safe. E6 puts the winning run on. And now Blaine Ryan, who probably wishes he could go.
Center fielder Blaine Ryan.
You know, get into the Back to the Future DeLorean and go back to his double. He tried to stretch it to a triple. An extra base hit that, well, Ridge Point's okay now. So he has that chance to just make everybody forget about that. Coach Welch with the array of signs from the third base box. Crowd goes quiet now. For a moment there, I thought I was on the 18th at Augusta. And there's a throw over. Will Baker is back in. Ronquel back on top of the mound. Ronquel comes set at the belt. And now it's a bunt. Right back toward Ronquel. Looks at second but throws to first. In time, sacrifice bunt. Well done by Ryan. And it went 1-3. Now it is Zion Stevens.
Second baseman, Zion Stevens.
With 2 outs. And the winning run at second base in the person of Will Baker. Stevens steps in. He doubled his last time up, and he came around to score the only Ridge Point run of the night to this point in a 1-1 game. Ronquel brings it. Stevens looks at a curve. Strike. This is one heck of a game one tonight. Glad we could bring it to you on VypeFortBend.com. The 0-1 to Stevens, breaking ball, that's upstairs. That evens the count. 1-1. The right-hander, Ronquel. Looks back at Baker, no one holding him on to second. Pitch to Stevens, and it's fouled back behind us. On top of the Jamie Cook batting cage. And the count is 1-2. Ronquel is 1 strike away from sending this game to extra innings. Stevens crowding the plate from the right side, and now a look back at second, and Baker goes back to the bag. Nobody there. The 1-2 on the way, and he just fought it off. A big old breaking ball, got a piece and tapped it over toward the third base dugout. Ronquel takes off the glove and rubs up the baseball. And Stevens steps up there ready to try and deliver for Ridge Point. Here's the pitch. Breaking ball swung on and missed, and we're going to the 8th. Tied at 1. Nasty hook from Ronquel. We'll be back.
Coming in at 5'3", it's #1 mom. She switched to Xfinity and got the all-new 3-for-1 bundle. Unlimited internet, streaming, and Xfinity Mobile. All for what you could pay wireless companies for just one 5G unlimited line. Boom! Shakalaka! That's why they call her the Master of Moolah, the Sultan of Savings, the Queen of Cash. And now, also with Xfinity Internet, you can get unlimited data, Wi-Fi equipment, and a free Flex 4K streaming box included with a 2-year rate guarantee and no term contract. All for just $30 per month when you add an Xfinity mobile plan at regular rates. Go to Xfinity.com/3-for-1, call 1-800-XFINITY, or visit an Xfinity store today. Limited time offer. Restrictions apply. Requires paperless billing and autopay. New fast internet 300 megabits per second customers only. Xfinity Mobile requires post-pay Xfinity internet. After 24 months, regular rates apply to all services and devices.
Okay, we've got a pitching change. J.J. Kennett is on the mound. So that means Owen Ferris is now the catcher. And in right field, there's someone replacing Owen Ferris. Hold on a second. And it is Braden McCormick in right field. Landry Ham came in the previous inning at third base for Parker Martin. Justin Vossas still at shortstop. Zion Stevens still at second. Travis Vlasic is at first base. And in the outfield, it is still Groen and Ryan in left field and center field, respectively.
Your attention, please, for Ridge Point. Now playing right field, number 18, Braden McCormick. Now pitching, number 4, J.J. Kennett. And catching, number 2, Owen Ferris. Leading off the top of the 8th for Westside, second baseman Carmen Farley.
All right, here we go. Cameron Farley, leadoff hitter for Westside. We're in the 8th inning, tied at 1. Kennett's first pitch is a curveball in there for a strike. Now, I'm just kind of wondering about Hunter Nichols. Now, he had pitched 7 innings. Here's the 0-1 by Kennett, down and in for a ball. Now, after tagging out the runner at home to keep the game tied at 1-1 in the top of the 7th, Nichols stood over that runner and said a couple of things that I don't know if the umpire threw him out or if his night is just done. There's a breaking ball, appeal to the third base umpire, Lenny Amaya. He says no swing, and the count is 2-1. So now Kennett is the man on the mound. Ferris catching. Braden McCormick in right field. Landry Ham was already at third base. There's a pitch up and in, and Kennett falls behind. 3-1 as he works to Cameron Farley. And the Westside guys in the dugout starting to get a little excited with a 3-1 count. Fighting it off and back behind the screen. It goes to 3-2 on Farley. Kennett has not made any postseason pitching appearances thus far. And another one fought off, and Kennett is putting it in the strike zone and making Farley do something with it. But Farley is tough, and he's not letting Kennett get one past him. Payoff pitch. He fights it off again and fouls it straight back. Ridge Point has out-hit Westside 5-3. But we're tied at 1 in game 1 of this playoff series. Kennett brings another payoff pitch. Fly ball to center field. Back goes Ryan. He's under it. He's got it. One-handed catch. One away.
Center fielder Michael Fisk.
Now it is Michael Fisk. He's walked twice and reached on an error. And Kennett wants to talk to Ferris just a moment. And whatever they got to get straight as far as the signs, they're still talking about. Okay, now they got it. The outfield plays Fisk pretty much straight away, just very, very slightly to pull in medium depth. Kennett brings it downstairs for a ball, trying to get Fisk to chase the curveball. Here's the 1-0. That's a strike at the knees. Here's the 1-1. And it hit him. I guess that was a little bit of a Scroogey, and it just kept tailing inside. And a hit by pitch puts the go-ahead run on for Westside.
Peter Smith.
Now Peter Smith, Westside catcher. Fly out, sacrifice bunt, and a walk. First pitch, strike. Kennett looks over at first, but we'll see if he makes some throws over there to try and get Fisk. There's a throw over. But Fisk was back in easily, and Travis Vlasic didn't even apply a tag. The 0-1, breaking ball, missed inside. 1-1 the count. Westside's dugout and stands making a lot of noise. Another throw over. And easily back in is Fisk. Smith ready for the 1-1. And he hits it deep to left field. Groen going back to the wall, looking up. It is a one-hopper off the wall. Coming into third base is Fisk, and he'll hold right there. Runners at second and third with one out. A double for Peter Smith. And Kade Langford is now due.
Kade Langford.
And it looks like Peter Smith, even though he is the catcher, and sometimes there's kind of an automatic run for the catcher situation, he's going to stay out there at second base. And J.J. Kennett, who hasn't pitched in a while, has a very tough assignment here. And it's an intentional pass of Kade Langford to load the bases. One out, bases loaded, and Ike Rodriguez, the left fielder, he's been a thorn in the side of these Ridge Point Panthers all night with his glove, but he hasn't been able to do anything with the bat.
Ike Rodriguez.
Two ground outs to shortstop, and he hit into a double play to shortstop Justin Vasas in the sixth. And a double play is really what Ridge Point needs more than anything right now. Kennett steps off. And the game hanging in the balance right here. Ike Rodriguez looks at the first pitch, down and out for a ball, and Ferris did a great job to slide over and keep that in front. It's 1-0. Rodriguez was not able to hit the curveball very well off of Hunter Nichols. But Kennett doesn't quite have that kind of breaking stuff. Outside for a ball, it's 2-0. Kennett looks in at Ferris. Here's the 2-0. Fouled straight back, and it's 2-1. Very healthy cut there by Ike Rodriguez. Infield is at double play depth. They are not pinched all in, and they don't look committed to throw home on a ground ball. And it's back to Kennett. He is going to throw home. They got him. And on to first. Double play! Kennett to Ferris to Vlasic. For the second consecutive plate appearance, Ike Rodriguez hits into a double play. Oh, my goodness. Be still, my beating heart. We're going to the bottom of the 8th. We're still tied at 1.
Coming in at 5'3", it's number 1 mom. She switched to Xfinity and got the all-new 3-for-1 bundle. Unlimited internet, streaming, and Xfinity Mobile. All for what you could pay wireless companies for just one 5G unlimited line. Boom! Shakalaka! That's why they call her the Master of Moolah, the Sultan of Savings, the Queen of Cash. And now, also with Xfinity Internet, you can get unlimited data, Wi-Fi equipment, and a free Flex 4K streaming box included with a 2-year rate guarantee and no term contract. All for just $30 per month when you add an Xfinity mobile plan at regular rates. Go to Xfinity.com/3-for-1, call 1-800-XFINITY, or visit an Xfinity store today. Limited time offer. Restrictions apply. Requires paperless billing and autopay. New fast internet 300 megabits per second customers only. Xfinity Mobile requires post-pay Xfinity Internet. After 24 months, regular rates apply to all services and devices.
What is Vype Live? Vype Live is one of the largest and most respected broadcast and live stream networks in the state of Texas. Vype Live broadcasts any sport you can think of for youngsters of any age, from Pee Wee and Pop Warner to high school, club, college, semi-pro, and beyond. We also broadcast plenty of academic, fine arts, and community-related events as well, and now as partners with Flow Sports. Email us at info@vypemedia.com to find out more. Vype Live. We bring your teams to you.
Okay, we're back.
Leading off the bottom of the
Landry Ham is going to bat for the first time in this postseason.
Landry Ham.
He took over at third base for Parker Martin a couple of innings ago, and this is his first time to go to the plate. And his mom charged her iPhone on our cord on Saturday during the 2 games against Seven Lakes. Pitch to Landry Ham in the dirt, ball 1. Oh yeah, guess who's still out there on the mound? Rangel. What a competitor. I'll bet he'll pitch till his arm falls off. Righty versus righty as Landry Ham stands in, the 1-0. Outside 2-0. Landry Ham trying to get on for Justin Vassis. Here's the 2-0. There's a strike on the inside corner. Coach Ham looks down there at Coach Welch, and there's no sign. It's just do what you got to do, which is take ball 3, and it's 3-1. That pitch was high. Rangel nods his head at his catcher and brings it. Upstairs, ball 4. Landry Ham is on, and he represents the winning run. All right, here's Vassis.
Shortstop.
A double in 3 trips to the plate.
Vassos.
He looks at Coach Welch. Landry Ham shedding all the protective gear that he has on while in the batter's box and takes his lead off of first. Rangel looks at him. And here's the pitch to Vassis, breaking ball away, 1-0. So 6 pitches thrown by Rangel in the 8th here, and 5 of them outside the strike zone. Ham lengthening his lead. The 1-0 to Vassis. Breaking ball in the dirt. 2-0. Nobody is throwing in the bullpen for Westside. Ham takes his lead. Vasas ready for the 2-0. It's on the way, and he hits it high in the air to right center field. In fact, it is short. It's Farley now giving way to the right fielder, Trace Mobley. And Ham scurries back to first. Vasas is out.
First baseman, Travis Vlasic.
Vlasic is 1 for 3 with a 4th inning single. Vlasic digging in with the right foot near the back of the box. Rangel stretches and delivers, bounces it in. Peter Smith keeps it in front, and Landry Ham is still at first. Rangel looks over there. Now throws over, and Ham dives back in, keeps his hand on the bag, and Cooper Langford keeps the glove on Landry's back there for a few extra seconds. Rangel looks over there again. Now throws over again. And it's a pretty close play, but Ham is back, and Langford is still waiting to return the ball to Rangel. Now he does. One-0 the count, meanwhile, on Vlasic. Here's the pitch. And it gets underneath the catcher, Smith, and Landry Ham is in scoring position. I could have run to second because there's plenty of room behind the plate at Ridge Point. So I think we better go pass ball on that one. And Vlasic with a favorable count of 2-0. And now they pass Vlasic. He goes to first. And that means it's J.J. Kennett with a chance to make a winner out of himself. He's the pitcher of record, so if he drives home this run, he gets the win. But before we see J.J. Kennett bat, there's a discussion on the mound. And I'm kind of wondering if Coach Mike Barrow is going to make a move here. I'll bet Rangel, just from what I've seen of him, I'll bet he doesn't want to give away the baseball. I guess Take Me Home is a pretty good song for this situation. It's Thursday night. We go to school. We go to work.
Catcher, number 4, J.J. Kennett.
I mean, we love baseball, but we don't want it to go on forever on a Thursday night. Well, Rangel is still going to be the pitcher. It is his game. No action in the Westside bullpen, and J.J. Kennett, with runners at first and second, is trying to get Landry Ham home from second base with 1 out in the bottom of the 8th. It's 1-1. Rangel brings it. Kennett looks at a curveball, strike on the outside corner. I think Rangel is going to have to ice his arm for a long time after this game. Carter Groen is on deck. Kennett takes his time, steps back into the box. The 0-1. Outside, 1-1. Rangel walking around behind the mound. Game 1 hanging in the balance, 1-1 tie. Bottom of the 8th. Rangel brings it to Kennett, swings and misses. It's 1-2. Ron Hill with the long look in at his catcher, Peter Smith. The 1-2 to Kennett is on the way. Backhanded, it's ball. It's a ball. It's very wide of home plate, and Peter Smith keeps it in front. 2-2 the count. A lot of anxiety in the ballpark on both sides right now. Here's the 2-2, and it hits Kennett. The bases are loaded. And now it is Carter Groen's time, and there's a lot of ways to get the winning run home here. A deep fly ball would take care of it. J.J. Kennett hit in the left shoulder, and I would bet he's saying it hurts so good. So the infield is going to come in close.
Your attention, please, for Ridgepoint. Now running at first base, number 24, Quinn Pfeiffer.
Quinn Pfeiffer is going to run for
now
Kennett.
Batting left fielder, Carter Groen.
Carter Groen. If you like the long ball, he's capable, but he's 0 for 3 tonight. He's certainly due. Looking very stoic as he steps into the batter's box. Oh, Westside has just played so beautifully tonight. Very competitive against the favored Ridgepoint Panthers, but the infield is in tight, and they're going to try to get it past the 8th inning. First pitch to Groen. In there for a strike at the knees. 0-1. Owen Ferris waits on deck, and Groen just hopes that the next thing that Owen does is celebrate with all the teammates wearing purple and white. Here's the 0-1. Breaking ball, it is high to left field. Going back is Ike Rodriguez. He's under it. He's got it. Landry Ham tags. Here comes the throw. It'll never get him. Ridgepoint wins. Sacrifice fly by Carter Groen gets the winning run home. We had to stay up late, but it worked out. Ridgepoint wins it 2-1.
Ridgepoint wins 2-1 in the first game of the series.
I could not have said it better myself, Mr. Groen. We'll be back with the totals right after this on VypeFortBend.com.
Hello, I'm Gary Horn with Horn Solutions. We agree with energy analysts that the energy market has stabilized. We anticipate significant merger and acquisition activity. Good resources are scarce. Horn Solutions is positioned to assist you in accounting, finance, IT, and supply chain. Our staff can assist you with outsourcing, or we can supply you with resources to join your staff. Visit hornsolutions.net for details.
Gary Horn is a highly successful businessman who has made a huge impact in people's lives, and he loves what he does for a living. That's a big reason why Gary Horn and Horn Solutions support Get a Great Gig. Get a Great Gig is a free job search consultation service that will help you find a job you love, whether it's to make more money or get personal fulfillment in the career of your choice. Email them at getagreatgig@gmail.com or on Twitter at getgreatgigs.
First Tire and Automotive, serving Fort Bend County drivers for over 20 years, salutes and congratulates the graduating class of 2022. Wherever the road takes you, you can be sure that you'll need professional auto care along the way. First Tire and Automotive's 4 locations throughout Fort Bend County are the perfect pit stops for all of your auto repair and maintenance needs. Check out the website firsttireandauto.com for great savings. The First Tire and Automotive technicians can fix all problems on any make or model. Make your appointment today at any of the 4 convenient locations in Sugar Land and Cinco Ranch. All 4 stores open on Saturday. FirstTireandAuto.com.
Archer Volkswagen showroom is open, and our team's excited to help you. Visit our sales department Monday through Saturday from 9 a.m. to 9 p.m. Or bring your car in for service from 7 a.m. to 7 p.m. Monday through Friday, and Saturdays from 9 a.m. to 2 p.m. We're closed on Sundays to rest and recharge with our families, so we can serve you well through the week. We hope to see you soon.
Well, I'll tell you what, we've heard a lot of classic rock songs tonight, but I think a very appropriate one for Ridge Point, at least for a while, was Flirtin' with Disaster by Molly Hatchet. They came so close to giving up a second run to the Westside Wolves, and they fell behind late in this game, and they somehow survived. So here are your totals. For the Westside Wolves, 1 run on 4 hits and 1 error. For Ridge Point, 2 runs on 5 hits, and the Panthers made 2 errors. I think you could safely say the Panthers have not played their best baseball in the postseason so far, but that's okay as long as they keep playing until they get to that very, very high level. The unlikely winning pitcher out of the bullpen is J.J. Kennett. So he comes on and pitches an inning, and the hard luck loser, wow, Nathan Rangel, what a magnificent game he pitched for the Westside Wolves. So gritty, so tough, and he fought the Ridge Point Panthers all the way. But the offensive story is really pretty easy to tell. Gabriel Rodriguez led off the 5th inning, the top of the 5th, with a walk for Westside. Then after a strikeout, a double by Nathan Rangel drove him home. So Rangel had driven home the only run of the game to that point. And after 5 innings, it was still 1-1. Ridge Point got the equalizer in the top of the 6th. Zion Stevens led off the inning with a double, and Justin Vasas doubled him home. So that was huge, and it ties the game, and then Ridge Point almost blew the game. You know, they almost let that second run come home. There was a tag play at home to end the top of the 7th as Hunter Nichols ran to home and covered it, and trying to score all the way from second on a pitch that got past the catcher at the time, Kennett, was Hanley of Westside, and they tagged him out. So J.J. Kennett comes in and pitches a clean top of the 8th, and then when Ridge Point came up, they loaded the bases with 1 out, and Carter Groen lifted a sacrifice fly to left field. Landry Ham came home from third base, and there you have it. Ridge Point wins it by a score of 2-1. And we will talk to you tomorrow night at 6:40 with the Batter Up Show. I'll try to turn up the volume on everything. And those of you who are around for the very beginning of this game know what I'm talking about. Anyway, Ridge Point wins it 2-1. For Nathan Nunez, Suna Venkat, Merle Bertrand, Bob McKay, Patrick Kinnick, and the entire Vype team, even Les Clary, who got the night off tonight. We thank you for being with us on your broadcast home for Fort Bend County Sports. Ridge Point leads the series 1-0, and we'll try to close out a sweep tomorrow night from Stratford, 6:40 p.m. Friday night. Glad you were with us tonight. Join us again tomorrow night. Roger Smith saying goodbye from the hardscrabble streets of Siena. 2-1, Ridge Point wins it in 8 innings. Good night, everybody.